universal visual appeal of the zebra stems from the timeless elements of darkness and light, yin and yang. The reflected symmetry of nature's design is effortless and dynamic. Fran Saunders has realized this design potential in the form of life-size animal prints. Approached by an interior design friend, Fran's one-off commission generated so much interest that she now employs a local printer to produce these artworks on an ongoing basis. Fran believes that once a project gathers momentum, it will attract the right people to keep it moving forward. Fran's success is in no small way due to the skill of these two ladies, but she ultimately relies on her fine art background to interpret reality.
The leopard is really very pale, and it doesn't work as well in an environment where you want it to be rich. The zebra, I've had to stylize little bits like the hair on the head, but other than that, those markings on that particular skin belongs to a very particular zebra. One doesn't have to reinvent the wheel. The designs are so beautiful. There's a squeegee that she runs across the print, across the screen. It's a manual process. She's got to be pretty accurate so that we don't get many rejects. She's amazing. We don't get rejects.
It's this high standard of printing that has afforded Fran the opportunity to diversify from these traditional prints and to begin experimenting with fashion colours and fabrics.
Tiny little patches like that sometimes, so we just have to rub them. But other than that, it's wonderful.
The project has been endorsed by the World Wildlife Fund, who believe it helps to make a statement about preserving our biological heritage. Fran teamed up with two local entrepreneurs to exhibit her work.
Both are friends who started making things that we thought might be compatible with it. Greta Quinlan makes these carved frames. They're very ornate and unusual. Andy Rattray started importing these beautiful Asian chairs.
And her designs have gained celebrity status.
On behalf of Richard Branson, we were asked to make him a garment, which he wore when he was in South Africa, out of zebra print. We've given Madiba a skin which I believe is in his bedroom. I hope it still is.
Fran has tapped into a limitless source of inspiration, one of unique appeal.
People also like the idea of giving away something that is very African, and these designs are as African as they can be.
In the heart of Zululand, life continues to echo the richness of the past. Traditional skills practiced for centuries still exist in these remote rural villages where everything is provided by the earth. The Ilala palm has, for many years, provided the communities around Hluhluwe with excellent weaving material. But it is through the innovative skills of a few women that the simple Zulu basket has been elevated into an intricately designed work of art. The Ilala weavers, as they are collectively known, are a group of rural women who have perfected their traditional basketry skills and combined them with a subtle yet effective use of colour to produce baskets much sought after by collectors of art from around the world.
Latterly, they've been doing a lot of experimenting with blending different colours, blending wood ash with a leaf or with a berry and getting wonderful shades of different colours.
It is not just the painstakingly fine weaving which gives the baskets the strength, but this interesting use of colour which enhances each article. The shades are achieved through a mixture, carefully chosen according to the barks and berries found in the area, and blended together, which have become the trademark of quality, which makes the Ilala basketwork stand out above any other. By producing such a high standard of work, the Ilala weavers have created an industry for themselves, and as with all traditions, the skills of these women are being passed on to their daughters.
It's taken a long time, particularly in South Africa, for people to realise that they've got this wonderful art form right on our doorsteps. And sadly, over the years, the very best work has gone overseas.
From the shady Ilala palm, the women of northern Zululand are busy weaving the legacy of their past into each intricate design to create beautiful keepsakes for the future.
Nestling below the southern Drakensberg mountain range lies the tiny, picturesque village of Underberg. For a brief time, this quiet town is the center of the universe for those seeking true South African culture. Some think it's the change of the moon or the onset of winter, but the enlightened ones know it as Splashy Fen. Like a tribe of nomads, they descend on their piece of hallowed ground to take part in a 5-day ritual of music. The festival draws all kinds of characters. A family of strangers intent on enjoying the natural surroundings and experimental sights and sounds. Bringing with them an air of the 60s hippie fraternity, ravers, local music lovers and musicians alike converge on a tiny farm which gives its name to the venue and has become a Stonehenge-type symbol for live South African music. Since its birth, the Splashy Fen Festival has encouraged all kinds of local music to come along and be heard by the ever-increasing audience. The mingling of music and minds inspires freedom of expression, and the people who come to enjoy Splashy Fen are as much a part of the experience as the bands that play for them. The open-air market that's developed along with the concert is a haven for Splashy Fenners to express their own talents. This transcendental experience is never without some unusual happenings. As part of the Splashy Fen philosophy to encourage new talent, the free stage is a regular feature of the festival and an important platform for aspiring musicians, which has already launched some exciting careers. As the sun slips over the hills, the strains of competing fiddles warm the chill mountain air, enticing the early evening crowds into the main tent to signal the beginning of the night's entertainment. Another year and another Splashy Fen over, but with this kind of talent on display, it can only get bigger and better. South African art is going through an intense period of interest from art lovers all over the world. Our artists' works are recognized for their vibrant colors, strong imagery, and for the skills of the artists in creating these unique pieces. One man whose art is contributing to this renewed interest is Elliot Mkhize. Elliot was born in 1945 in the Eklorpo district of Natal and studied art at the Indaleni Art School in Richmond. As a security guard, he began decorating walking sticks and bottles with colored wire to keep himself alert during his long night shifts. Once people began to recognize his art, he found himself inundated with commissions and now finds that his pieces are sold before he has even completed them. The intricate patterns that Elliot works into each plate or basket are painstakingly produced without any plans or drawings, yet the symmetry and colors within each plate is so perfectly matched that you can't believe that it hasn't been carefully thought out down to the last detail before he begins. Having a certain style and quality to his work has enabled art enthusiasts to recognize his work immediately, making it much sought after around the world, including America, England, and in Europe. Elliot's work can be seen in exhibitions and in art galleries and is sought after by overseas and local collectors of African art. He has recently returned from Sweden, where he took part in the South Africa Days Festival to celebrate the new South Africa. Here he was able to show people how he works his wire to create baskets and plates, something which he enjoys passing on to fellow artists here in South Africa. Elliot's bright and jovial character is reflected in each piece. His work is made from telephone wire, which is quickly being replaced as technology is updated. Thus, he works with a legacy, for as each basket is completed, Elliot knows that the next could be his last.